එහෙමනම් මේ අවස්ථාව තුළ අනිත්‍ය පිළිබඳව ධර්ම දේශනාවක් සිදු කරන්නට මා ගෞරවයෙන් යුක්තව ආරාධනා කරනවා. ඇල්බර්ටා ඉන්සයිට් මෙඩිටේෂන් විහාරස්ථානයේහි විහාරාධිකාරී වශයෙන් කටයුතු කරන අපේ මාකොළ නන්දලක හාමුදුරන් වහන්සේට now I would like to invite our venerable Makola Nanda Thero. Please give us a Dhamma sermon in our society, in these people. Please observe my respect. I would like to invite Thero.
Dear Venerable Sirs and dear devotees, sorry for that. It is a sad time for all of you to pay your last respect to late Mrs. Jayasinghe. Now you are witnessing the last funeral spiritual rites. Now I am going to not give a lengthy talk, but I would like to give something to think about our lives. Buddha mentioned there are 3 fears that mothers and their children has. In Buddha's own word, in Pali language, it says like this: Tinimani bhikkave samata puttika bhayani katamani tini jara bhayang vyadi bhayang marana bhayang. There are 3 fears which mothers and children has. What are those 3? Jara, which means aging, vyadi, sicknesses, marana, death. So these are the 3 fears that mothers and children has when we have mothers and children. So when mother or children got sick, mothers wish like this: may my children may not sick, instead myself. And children wish that may my mother not be sick, instead myself. But it will never happen. We can wish, but it will never happen. And may my children not be aging, instead myself. May my mother not be aging, instead myself. Children and mothers have that wish as well. But it will never happen. We have a lot of wishes, but these wishes never come true. The last one, may my mother not die, instead myself. May my children not die, instead myself. But it also will never happen. We all know that we are in the 21st century. Technology is very advanced, and so many advanced things that we are experiencing. I think you all are using AI systems and like ChatGPT. You can know anything that you would like to know. Even though these three questions, three problems are unsolved, it is not solved. Aging, sicknesses, and death. So, what the modern science and modern advanced technology offered us for these three problems to solve them. For sure, we have a lot of visions. Advanced scientific researchers, though still people aging, be sick and die. You can tell that we have a lot of good hospitals, good doctors. Yes, we have good doctors and good medication, all the stuff. But the doctors also be sick. They also die. They also subject to aging. No one is overcome these three problems. But Buddha showed us how to overcome these three problems. What is the way? What is the path to overcome these three problems? The way is the Noble Eightfold Path, Arya Attangika Magga. Samma Ditti, right view. Samma Sankappa, right thoughts. Samma Vacha, right speech. Samma Kammanta, right actions. Samma Kammanta, right actions. Samma Ajiva, right livelihood. Samma Sati, Samma Vayama, right effort. Samma Sati, right mindfulness. Samma Samadhi, right concentration. So these are the solutions. What is right view? I'm not going to explain each of every stages, but I would like to explain the first one. Sammaditthi, right view. What is the wrong view? If there is right view, there should be wrong view. What is the wrong view? We think this world or this samsaric journey is a very good, happy, joyful journey. But it is not like that. It is full of miseries, sorrow, pain, grief, lamentation, so many stuff. So the first noble truth is seeing this existence as a dukkha or unsatisfaction or suffering. The noble truth of suffering or the noble truth of unsatisfaction. The second noble truth, the cause of unsatisfaction or suffering. The third noble truth is the noble truth of cessation of suffering or unsatisfaction. The last noble truth is the path leading to cessation of unsatisfaction or suffering. In Pali, we call dukkha, samudaya, nirodha, magga. So that the reality in this world is always come to miserable or unsatisfaction. Buddha never says that there is no satisfaction. Buddha says that there is satisfaction or happiness, but it's short-lived. It's short-lived. I can give an example. So all of you are sitting very comfortably. Are you? How many times you change your posture? How many times? You might not know about it. Unintentionally, you change your posture. Why? Because that posture did not comfort you. Whenever you feel uncomfortable, you start to change your posture. It means you are not satisfying with the situation. So it means there is a satisfaction, but it's short-lived, changing, evolving, not everlasting. So the first point, when you sit in that chair, you sit as the much as comfortable. But right now, what do you feel? Is it comfortable still? If I stay along or if I give a lengthy talk, it will not be comfortable. Okay. So that definition as dukkha satya or the noble truth of unsatisfaction or suffering. We all suffer. We all suffer in different ways. In our lives, there are so many things that we feel unsatisfied or suffered. It it is not always like aging or sickness, but there are so many things. I don't have to mention about it. You all have so many life lessons and experience. And the second noble truth, the cause of suffering or the cause of unsatisfaction. What is the cause? Does any of you know what is the cause? The cause is the attachment, tanha. For example, if you have strong attachment to Shamini Jaisingha, I think who feel the most grief of her loss? I think Modi Sujay Singh and their close relatives. Why? Because you are so much attached to her. So that attachment brings you nothing but pain. So that is why Buddha mentioned this as the second noble truth. The cause of suffering is the attachment, tanha. Because of craving or because of the attachment, you feel suffering. Let's say, how many people were die in one day in this world? I don't know exactly, but so many people die. Do we feel grief for them? Sorry for them? No, even we don't think about it. Why? Because we have no attachment to them. If we have attachment to them, then we feel sorry and we feel grief. So, the third noble truth, cessation of suffering. The cessation of suffering we call nibbana or nirvana. When we have no attachment, we never feel grief, or we will be free from all the bondages, all the ties. Whenever we come to that state of mind, then we will be free from all the sufferings, all the miseries. Do you think that Buddha never had pain, aches? There are so many witnesses that Buddha has really bad back pain. Sometimes when he giving a sermon and he stopped the sermon and asked sometimes Venerable Ananda or Venerable Sariputta or another well-known venerable to continue the sermon. He also has physical pain but no mental pain because of that. We have two pains. What are the two pains that we have because of physical? We have mental pain as well because of that attachment. So the cessation, the noble truth of cessation of suffering is the third noble truth. How can we generate, how can we gain the cessation? By practicing Noble Eightfold Path. That is what the last noble truth. The noble truth of path leading to cessation of suffering or unsatisfaction. So, for the three questions, do you remember the three questions? Three problems which I mentioned earlier. Any of you remember? Even one? Aging. The second one, sicknesses. Third one, death. So the solution for these three problems is the Noble Eightfold Path. So when we practice on Noble Eightfold Path, we will be able to overcome all the sufferings. So that is what I wanted to share with you today. And I would like to say a few words about Shammi Jayasinghe. When she was in Edmonton, she was ABVA, or the Alberta Buddhist Vihara Association committee member, and she was the fundraising director at that time. And she did a great job when she was with us, as well as uh, Jayasinghe family offered regular dana for the temple, and they both were very dedicated people to the Mahasangha, as well as her brothers and sisters, especially uh, Mr. Lal and Lucky, Mr. Lucky. So I think she lived some sort of a happy life, even though she had some problems. I remember that I think 11 years ago, she got sick, severely sick. I think she was hospitalized for more than 1 month. Venerable Somananda and myself blessed her several times and doing puja. That time she was able to overcome, but this time she cannot bear it up. So she left, letting know us a good lesson. Even though you live 100 years, you have to die. Before you die, what you should do and what should not you do. Teaching that lesson. So I would like to share my condolence with you as Mahasangha, as well as the ABVA and our temple. So all the merits which we acquired today by observing precept, offering a piece of cloth to the congregation of Mahasangha, by reflecting on this impermanence, by listening to this Dhamma sermon, all the merit which we acquired be upon with Mrs. Shamini Jayasinghe. May her sansaric journey will be a successful one. May she able to overcome this sansaric cycle in a sooner life. With that intention, say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.